Welcome to my channel. Limitless Being, we're here, you're limitless unless you think otherwise. How's everyone? Good, I hope. I'm going to tap in and do a message for the collective. So, I pulled 3 cards and you're being guided to say positive affirmations each rising when you wake up. Okay, and 2 of Cups came out clarifying positive affirmations. So some of you want a partnership, a connection. Okay, it looks like you are trying to manifest that, or you are manifesting that. Spirit is saying to say your affirmations with gratitude as though it's already here. Picture it, feel it. Imagine your life with this new connection. Okay. And then we have contemplation time. Spend time alone meditating upon what you truly desire. So you're being guided to spend time alone. Okay. This will help ignite the passion, give you that inner knowing, that fire within. Yeah, to determine what it is that you truly want. So some of you that it resonates for in a collective, you're trying to manifest a partnership, a connection, but you have not pinpointed exactly what you want. That's the way the universe works. You got to get it down to a T. Okay? So you're being guided to spend time alone, meditating upon what you truly desire. Okay? Clarified by the Ace of Wands. And then the last card that I got in a pre-pull was Mother Healing. Okay? So as your feelings towards your mother heal, your desires manifest more rapidly and accurately. So it looks like there could be some negative self-talk or repeating of cycles. As far as the self-talk, nothing's going to change. Will I attract this? Will I manifest this? Absolutely. You're always manifesting and co-creating. You just want to be in a high vibration so you manifest exactly what it is that you want. And get specific. Spend time alone. Picture it, write it down, draw it. It has something to do with a connection. And then the mother healing. You have to release some type of animosity is the energy I'm picking up with this mother healing. Okay. Let's get a card for that one. 3 of Pentacles. So something that you have to put some work into forgiving, releasing, seeing things from a higher perspective as to why you had the relationship you did with a mother or mother figure. Coming to acceptance, knowing that we choose our path, we choose our family, our parents, our lessons, our trauma as a way to heal. Some of you are being guided to help. Okay, the 6 of Swords came out. To help release maybe stagnant energy towards a mother or mother figure, to create something. They're like working together here to draw some kind of creative project to help channel that energy out with this mother healing. It looks like you're in separation from a mother. You moved on. You find more peace, disconnected from this mother. Like something, you put a lot of work into it. You could have gave a lot of time, energy to the situation. Understand, collective, that not all relationships that we incarnate into this life with are meant to last, including parental figures, mothers, siblings, lovers, children. A lot of those connections are just for a certain time period, for a lesson. It's not to say you can't hold space and love these people, but sometimes it is better to move away um, for your mental health, your emotional well being. Okay. So you put a lot of work into it, and Spirit is guiding you to work into this mother healing, this releasing energy through a creative project. Speak your truth, write a book, paint, draw. You could be teaching, helping others heal. Um, and you have more of a creative flow at a distance from whoever this mother figure is or your actual mother. Yeah, it says Eight of Cups. You emotionally felt unfulfilled in a connection with a mother, and you chose to walk away, not to repeat some type of karmic cycle. A lot of feeling left out, um, not appreciated with this connection with a mother figure, and maybe feeling left out when you should have been included, supported with this Four of Wands. This speaks of celebratory energy, reuniting. There could have been a disconnect. I'm picking up black sheep energy, outcast, scapegoat. Okay. So Spirit is saying, I'll read the card again. As your feelings towards your mother heal, your desires manifest more rapidly and accurately. Okay. So something is blocking your manifestations or slowing them. And it has something to do with your connection with your mother. Okay. I'm picking up a lot of energy with that. You had to learn how to trust, a lot of self-love, self-care. Let me see. What else can we get? Thank you, Spirit. Clarify this mother healing energy for the collective. Okay. So we have the Hermit, the Justice card, the Page of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles coming out. You could have had one, maybe two siblings. I'm not picking up a large family for this specific group of the collective. You could have been an only child. You spend a lot of time in isolation, a lot of time left alone from an early age with this Page of Pentacles. You could have heavy earth sign placement. You could be an earth sign. Um, you were constantly seeking balance, justice in this connection, an equal give and take. You wanted things balanced out, but you were shut out, left out a lot with this Four of Cups and Five of Pentacles. Not for all. Some of the collective, you could have suffered health issues as a child, been sickly, or had some type of major health crisis when you were younger. Tell me about the Justice card. You spent a lot of time alone, strengthening your connection to the divine as a child. You relied heavily on your spiritualities and maybe some elders, but your connection to the divine, your guides, help you bring balance and justice. To being emotionally left out, overlooked, ignored. and neglected to some degree with this Five of Pentacles. Justice is clarified by the Six of Cups, the King of Swords, and the Fool card. You had to be very wise early, independent. You knew early, like you practiced a lot of forgiveness, but it taught you certain things that you did not want to tolerate. Um, it kind of made you, not that you're Ice King, Ice Queen energy here, but it put you to protect yourself to a degree. It puts you more on your logical side. Emotional fulfillment is something that you were not getting. You were emotionally neglected or manipulated. When you think back on your childhood with the Six of Cups, okay, the memories of it has put you in this King of Swords energy, okay, to where you are truly disconnected. I won't say emotionless with a mother figure, a family, um, siblings. I didn't pick up on a lot of siblings, but you have some type of emotional disconnect, and you are more King of Swords, more logical, very wise. You learned early, okay, and at some point you surrendered. You could have what's the word that I'm looking for? You could have, there's more to this than coming out in these cards. I'm picking up you learn to navigate, and you could have developed intuitive abilities. Definitely an empath that I'm reading for here, but you kind of had to learn to read the room. You had to be very logical, dealing with this mother. It's like you gave yourself the self-care, the self-love. Um, you could have sought after it in other places until you learned, you attain some type of balance with your emotional state. And you were mentally gone before you were old enough to actually physically leave with the Six of Swords, Eight of Cups, then emotionally walking away after repeated cycles of being overlooked, left out, kind of isolated. Yeah, not wanting to continue to put this work into mending or proving yourself to some degree. At some point, you surrendered with this Fool card. You took a leap of faith. Tell me about this Fool card energy. Thank you, Spirit. Clear messages for the collective. Hello, all. Welcome. Okay. You could be doing this now. You could have, the energy I picked up originally, you did this already. There could have been, as far as moving forward, you didn't just, excuse me, confirmation, you didn't give up right away. You've tried many tactics to connect emotionally, to mend things. There was always a level of confusion. Um, the goalpost being moved to receive this love or emotional fulfillment, to have balance. It was something you couldn't quite attain. And then you had a breakthrough, okay? And took off. Very strategic in how you were going to move, how you were operating. And it's left you in more. I pick up a lot of swords in this energy, a lot of mental. The mind, the brain is a processor, like a computer. So, with our experiences, the brain replays an event, something traumatic, let's say, for example. So you operate more logically off of that. There's a disconnect to your emotional state out of trying to protect yourself. That is slowing and blocking manifestations from coming in. And Spirit is saying, with this mother healing, move back into your body. Our trauma is stored in the fascia, in the tissues. So, yoga, eating clean, fasting, exercising, breath work, those things can help move the trauma out of the body. Okay. If something triggers you, you're automatically going to replay with the processor brain that we have as humans. And you're operating more from a logical place rather than emotion. And trauma is blocking it. And you can tell the places that the trauma is in your body. That's where you have pain or tightness or limited range of motion, reoccurring issues, stuff like that. That's what you focus on in your meditation, in your breathing, in your exercising, to move it out of the body. The body is the subconscious mind. So it's time for you to step into the next phase of your life. Not allow whatever this mother healing, this wound, to dictate the next chapter. Okay, Spirit is saying to spend time alone in meditation and focus on exactly what it is that you want. Okay, spend time alone meditating upon what you truly desire. And this is where this Ace of Wands, I'm going to clarify this. Your passion's reignited. Okay, that zest for life, feeling inspired, having the energy, the focus. Okay. And you're definitely seeking some type of partnership, commitment, connection. Okay. So you could be alone. You're still in that hermit phase. It's playing out. Or you're coming into connections that aren't fulfilling. So Spirit is saying to, when you rise, okay, say positive affirmations, each rising to open the gates. Say positive affirmations, each rising to open the gates of manifestation. So speak things over your life as though they're already here. You're grateful. And all the things that you want. Don't focus on what you don't want. Because either way, you're manifesting, you're co-creating. Just be aware of it. Clarify this Ace of Wands with contemplation time. Thank you, Spirit, with the spending time alone and meditate upon what you truly desire. Okay. So you want a long-term connection, and it's been a long time coming. You don't have the clarity here. All the answers. Doubt. Will I have emotional fulfillment? A family? You could be single or experiencing shallow connections that remind you of abandonment or emotionally not being fulfilled. Yeah, it's like you're recreating that. So this is why Spirit is saying that mother healing is so important. Okay. Sometimes we have to give our mothers, our fathers, parental figures grace and understand from a bird's eye view, a higher perspective that we incarnated into this life. When we chose that bloodline, that DNA strand, we chose our traumas, and all this is for the soul to grow, expand, and learn. One of the things that we learn is forgiveness, okay? Um, and that they did the best that they could to their ability at that time, and it's over. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that time has already passed. As the brain processes, we bring the past right back up into the future, into the present, and it affects our future manifestations, what we're trying to co-create. So Spirit is saying to take a look at that if it's affecting your connections, a happy family, a loving, supportive family. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Clarify that Knight of Pentacles energy. Mm-hmm. No need to worry. Master 1114. Worrying don't change the outcome, right? Yeah. So with the Magician coming out clarifying this Knight of Pentacles, be aware that you are manifesting, you're creating. You have everything that you need. You know, this is what the Magician speaks of. In traditional deck, it's the as above, so below. I mean, it's depicted here a little bit, but what you think, what you believe, thoughts become things. And think all the times that you didn't think you'd make it, or something miraculously worked out, or you manifested that. Once you make up your mind, the whole universe works in your favor, okay? If you say it's going to take forever or it's been a long road, then that's what you're manifesting. This came out clarifying this Knight of Pentacles, okay? Not all connections are meant. You're not going to get your grandparents, your great-grandparents' fairy tale marriage, love life. It's not going to happen. We're in a whole different age, okay? And the collective that I read for are light workers. They're chosen ones. They're star seeds. They come from trauma. They came in gifted to help raise the vibration of the collective. And a lot of those connections that we've had break, fall away. They're only for a limited time period. The only thing that's constant is change. So the connections that you've had, appreciate the lessons that was learned, the love that you experienced. Be grateful for getting over or getting through certain traumas, and hold space for a healthier connection, but know that it may not last permanently the way, you know, that fairy tale older generation had. We're in a whole different time, okay? Especially during this awakening. What's this 10 of Cups? Yeah, waiting. 3 of Wands. Waiting for this happy connection. And something else I'm being guided to say is this emotional satisfaction, completion that the 10 of Cups represents, you have to find that within yourself first, okay? Once you do that, then you energetically vibrate in that timeline, that experience, to attract something like that. If you're still, you know, holding on to this mother situation, unresolved trauma, unhealed trauma, abandonment, feeling unfulfilled, left out, operating more logical. We need balance with our emotional and our logical state. But if you're doing that, then you'll be here waiting, okay? You have to affirm that it's already here. Release. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see. Okay. So we got the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups with the Queen of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. Some of you want a partner or someone like you can, and we're all promised that love. We're all deserving of that. Okay. It's just how many times do you bump your head and repeat a cycle? The universe doesn't give, we give. Okay, into whatever the lesson is, and then we make changes accordingly. But there's a lot of competition around you. You were born different. Let me just start by saying that. And this has followed you into your adult life. You're successful. You're working on it. Whatever you define success being. You like to find things. You work hard for them. You're very ambitious. And there's a lot of people that hate on that, want to limit you, clip your wings in competition, comparing themselves to you. And some of you want a partner to kind of have someone, that safe space, that, because there's, when you don't have a connection, a healthy connection with your mother in the formative years, it leaves a gaping wound, okay? That's going to attract a lot of this. It just keeps coming back, all right? This is why it's important to heal and forgive and know that you're whole, complete, and perfect in every way, needing nothing. And then you can have more balance in this healthy, loving connection that you can't figure out, this Two of Swords, on how or why this has not manifested in your life. Okay. So, yeah. Some of you want a partnership. You feel like you're going at it alone. You're never alone unless you abandon yourself. Your guides, they're always with you. Okay. And you also want to operate in your true nature, which is a Queen of Cups. Okay. You're very loving, nurturing. You could be an overgiver. You're always willing to listen, have a kind word, lend a helping hand. You're very nurturing and loving. You give that to others. It's a kind of way subconsciously that you're trying to heal yourself, which you didn't receive. How you perceive the world should operate, or how people should interact. You lead with that. Don't get it twisted. I see energy here where you can get frustrated quickly. But your innate natural ability. Before the ego, the personality like splits and checks out from trauma. This is who you are at your core. Okay, male or female. You have an Ace of Cups and an Ace of Pentacles. You don't see it, but it's waiting, like right on the other side of your mindset. An emotional renewal. And this Ace of Pentacles can represent a long-term committed relationship being gifted to you from the divine here. Okay, as well as an emotional renewal. And this Queen of Cups energy. So overall, what I'm getting from this is return to that loving nature. Just balance out that logical. There could have been an absence of a masculine figure. You're showing up heavy masculine energy, whether you're male or female, in the formative years and how you operate. But at your core, you're very loving and nurturing. Can I get anything else around this Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles on this morning affirmations or rising affirmations? Say positive affirmations each rising to open the gates of manifestation. What is this Ace of Cups? Let's start with that. Look at that. Being emotionally supported. Six of Wands speaks of victory and success, support, recognition. Okay? This is right on the other side of a changing your mindset, releasing trauma, and of course, healing this mother wound. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles for the collective. Thank you, Spirit. Clear messages. Seven of Wands. So you are protected from harm. You could have, to save your heart space from further damage, further trauma, you could kind of be in a protective bubble here in how you operate, okay? Opening yourself up to experiences, love, compromising, sharing, okay? However you define this, Two of Cups, Ten of Cups, this connection. You can be guarded, blocked off. Okay, I'm also picking up that you're going through, I didn't see transformation come out here, but you're still in some type of transformative period. Okay, and she's meditating in this card. That's what you're being guided to do. Spend time alone meditating upon what you truly desire. So you're in some type of transformative energy. You're meditating, painting the picture of exactly what it is that you want. This is keeping at bay energies that don't align with your highest good, your highest timeline. But at some point, okay, you got to come out and interact. In the love sector, what's at the bottom of the deck? Eight of Swords. Kind of mentally entrapped, stagnant, stuck energy. Okay. Overthinking, overprocessing. Definitely time to heal. Let's see. Messages for the collective. Clear messages. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. So we got I like you coming out. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Fun, flirting, wanting to date. Someone is interested in you. I'm not picking up the energy that is reciprocated. Like you're not interested in this person. You may not be aware of it. Not enough. Frustrated in a relationship. Having a lack of confidence. Self-sabotaging. Fear. Ego. Issues. Jealousy. So you may have someone in your energy that is showing interest, or they're in your energy, they're in your orbit, they haven't come forward, and you feel some type of frustration. I'm picking up on past energies. Something that could have affected your confidence at some point. Sabotaging connections. The last card we have is abundance. Spirit is reminding you to keep a positive mindset. Manifest, came out again, exactly what you want with gratitude and bliss. Starting out with those positive rising affirmations of they're here now, being grateful, okay? Spending time alone meditating, contemplating exactly what you want. It's almost like when you're manifesting, you're co-creating with your higher self, with the universe. It's like being at a restaurant. You put your order in, and then the waiter gets halfway to the kitchen, and you change your mind. So it's going to take a little longer for the order to come. So get specific with what it is that you want. And once you manifest it, once you feel it, you smell it, you taste it, you're there in that moment. Release it. It's already done. Okay? And you continue to work on yourself. What's at the bottom? Yeah. Death, coffin. Endings bring new beginnings. Growth, change, liberation, a transition. I did pick up on some, like, a transformation happening within you. There's something closing out an old version of yourself, putting the nail in the coffin, so to speak, on this mother issue. healing that so you can enjoy the next chapter of your life. Mm-hmm. Healing your heart. Healing your heart from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationships and or addictions. Okay? No more escaping, taking full accountability where you find yourself. Mm-hmm. Healing your heart. Keys on a ring, okay? So you dealt with people that strung you along, one night stands possibly, unconventional relationships, them having options. Okay, keys on a ring. This is what you're healing from. Then we have talking, okay? Somebody wants to call, talk, email. They want to reach out. They want to communicate with you. They could be watching. I'm picking up on this mother issue energy. Family members. Your family members or this mother figure in your life. They're being nostalgic. They're looking at your photos. They miss you. Okay. They want to communicate with you. All right. Let's see. Think of some specific questions. Yes, no. Let's see. We'll get in the Angel Oracle card deck. Clear messages for the collective. Thank you, Spirit. You are ready. Okay. You're ready for happiness, self-acceptance, love, releasing things that are no longer serving you. Okay. Yes or no? We got to know. Okay. Your health is improving. Mental, emotional, physical. Something is not the right time. You're still in a period of recovery. Okay. So take the time to go through this transformative energy. When you rise, speak positivity, get excited. What are we going to co-create and manifest today, universe? Okay? My path is clear. My path is open. Nothing is hindering me. Everything is working in my favor. Thank you for it now. Okay? Contemplate what you truly want. Spend time alone in meditation. Sit down, quiet the mind. And heal and release this mother issue. It's time to forgive. Okay. There's a I haven't seen it in a while. It was a podcast I saw probably going on maybe 8 years ago when I first went through my awakening. And it's a book that the guy was reading on the podcast. I've looked for it on YouTube. It's like they took it down. But it's a book he was reading called The Little Light or something like that. And there was, the setting was they were in the heavens or in the divine realm. They as in souls, sparks of light. And there was one big source, okay? That will be prime source creator, divine, God. And these little sparks were breaking off and they were getting ready for their missions, whether it be to other galaxies, but there was one particular spark having a conversation with the divine saying, but I want to go to Earth school. I want to learn, but I want to experience that. And the divine was saying, you already are that. You just don't remember. Because once you split from the divine, we split into duality. That's our whole reality. Hot, cold, up, down, male, female, right, wrong, good, bad. We experience duality and we come away from the oneness. So the divine is trying to remind this spark that you are everything. You already know this. But once it's split, now it has to go and relearn that particular lesson for that particular soul. Okay. So it's getting frustrated, talking to, but no, I want to learn. I don't remember. And another little spark comes over and it says, I'll go to Earth School and I'll help you learn. I'll help you learn the lesson of forgiveness. But know that when we go to Earth School, I'm going to have to hurt you really bad. And know that I love you. But it's the only way you'll learn how to forgive. So forgiveness is in order with this mother healing. Okay. So you can go on and enjoy what you were promised in this life. Collective, I hope this reading was helpful. I thank you all for being here on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe. Hit the like button. Returning subscribers, thank you for being here. Thank you for all the support. On TikTok, follow if you haven't. Like the video. I appreciate you all. And until next time.